The good old army shows up with Autobots and dumps Optimus on the ground. Starscream detects them and starts shooting at the heroes driving towards Optimus. They decide to split up, with Simmons and Leo and the twins distracting the Decepticons, while Mikaela and Sam head for Optimus. And Bumblebee drives away and doesn't do anything, I guess. Why do Sam and Mikaela take off on foot? You'd think they'd have a better chance in a vehicle, not to mention a Transformer vehicle.
There it is. We got a couple miles.
That's a long way. It'd be a lot easier if you had done the logical thing and driven there. Starscream has burnt out the Army's radios with an EMP, and it never occurs to the geniuses at the military HQ that the Decepticons might be blocking the radios. Let me get this straight. The Army was told to bring Optimus to the desert. They did so, and also brought tons of soldiers and tanks and weapons in case of Decepticon attack. They thought there might be a Decepticon attack, and then apparently forgot about it.
A communications disruption can mean only one thing: invasion.
See? Phantom Menace did have one intelligent thing to say.
Then we cut to Simmons and Leo. Shouldn't they have turned around? They headed this way to draw Starscream's fire, and obviously Starscream isn't following them anymore. In fact, Starscream stopped chasing them before they even had the scene where they decided to split up in the first place. Where'd he go? Whatever. Then Starscream and Megatron have a powwow on top of a pyramid, and we get another insulting moment.
The soldiers brought the body of Prime.
The boy must have the Matrix. We cannot let him reach Optimus.
Once again, all we have been told about the Matrix is that it is a key. No more, no less. When Sam wanted to use it to revive Optimus, it was implied that that was a crazy idea and one that it isn't sure if it will work. Now Megatron instantly knows what the plan is when it's something that the key is not designed to do. And with that meeting begins a long battle scene. And I mean long like John Holmes long. It consists of either Sam and Mikaela running and bouncing in slow motion, or badly done fighting between the Nest team and the Decepticons. The Sam and Mikaela portions are boring and repetitive, and the Army vs. Decepticon portions... Remember everything that we said was good about the forest battle? Well, everything that was good there is bad here. Every shot and the battle overall is incoherent. There's no sense of battle lines or where the different sides are or who's winning and who's losing. Each shot is just an explosion and grinding metal, and you're lucky if you can even tell which robot is shooting or which robot is which. It's a lot of people running around and yelling while things explode. Not a lot of fun to watch. And remember, this goes on for half an hour. The frustrating thing is, it wouldn't have been that hard to make this battle interesting. All we'd need are shots long enough and pulled back enough to establish both sides shooting at each other, and we'd have a mental picture of the battlefield. In the midst of all this, Simmons is chasing a giant Decepticon up the side of a pyramid. He radios some random US ship, and even though he sounds completely crazy, he agrees to help Simmons.
One hopes a prototype weapon called a railgun.
Just steel projectile Mach 7.
That's classified.
Don't talk to me!
About classified, all right? Now, if you've got a battleship in the Gulf, what the hell you do? You tell them to be ready. That weapon!
Contact destroyer, USS Kidd.
2, 1, fire.
So, let me get this straight. There's a classified prototype weapon that can take out a Transformer in one shot, and the classified military squad that fights Transformers doesn't use this weapon. Michael Bay, you. Sam and Mikaela run into Sam's parents, who are in Egypt now. Why not? Then they do some more slow motion running and bouncing until they make it to the soldiers. Hey, what the hell? It looks like they had the intern on green screen duty that day, because we're seeing animation from an explosion behind them, somehow in front of them. And yes, I only saw this watching it frame by frame. No one probably noticed this in the theater, but it just shows how lazy and sloppy the filmmakers were. Somebody had to have seen this, and I guess they just didn't care. Jetfire shows up and kills some bad guys. Then it's more and more endless running away from explosions in slow motion. And then Sam dies.
And that's just about the end. Michaela, Lennox, and Leo go hang out at a bar, and it turns out that Jeffrey Rush is still alive, and he comes down the stairs to set up the third movie of bringing Sam back from the dead. Oh wait, no, different movie. This is even worse. Sam is dead. He goes to robot heaven. I'm not kidding about that. We could do a 2-hour video on this alone, and everything that is wrong with this, but I'm not going to say anything about it. Just think about it for a second. Sam dies and goes to robot heaven. But what happens in robot heaven?
Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. Time goes by so slowly, and time can do so.
Some angel transformer tells him that because he happened to get caught in a random blast while running away, that makes him a destined leader, and so he's able to use the Matrix of leadership. They send him back to life on Earth, and with all his wounds healed and the Matrix back to normal, he runs up to Optimus and stabs him with the Matrix, bringing him back to life. You know, if I really wanted, I could nitpick about how this doesn't make any sense. I could nitpick about how the Allspark in the Matrix might have a lot of energy in them, but it doesn't fix broken machinery. I could use an example that plugging in a broken computer won't do anything because the damn thing is still broken. Then the Fallen, who I honestly had forgotten about by this point in the movie, warps onto the scene, steals the Matrix, and runs away. I guess he earned it? Well, at least someone finally wants to use the Matrix for the reason they're supposed to. Jetfire kills himself, and they somehow suck all of his parts onto Optimus, making him a superpowered Optimus. He attacks Megatron and the Fallen, and I'm being serious here, he takes out both of them in less than 90 seconds. This is the very definition of anticlimactic. The kind of anticlimax that makes your girlfriend awkwardly say, "It's okay, it happens to every guy sometimes," before she leaves to go cheat on you. I will never understand why we had to actually watch 30 minutes of boring battle with the troops, and then the boss fight, the part we're actually looking forward to, is over in less than 2 minutes. And that's pretty much the end of the movie. There's no wrap-up, no resolution of any character arcs. Sam and Michaela make out, all the characters smile, and we awkwardly cut to a Navy ship where Sam and Optimus stand there, and Optimus has some narration that has nothing to do with the movie. Roll credits, and that's the end. We've reached the end of the marathon. Tired?